Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys. I'm back yet again. So you can see, here is Caraxes, who I played yesterday. I actually logged in all of these characters and played a good number of them after streaming last night or earlier today. I actually play this game a lot. Let's go ahead and continue with Living World Season 2. Again, Living World Season 1, I skipped over parts 4 and 5 because there are components that are not completable solo. And the odds of me being able to find a group playing them, quite small. We'll double check. I mean, we'll check right now. Tower of Nightmares, no. Battle Lion's Arch, no. So, I mean, I could start up groups, but who knows how long it would take to find and whether we'd be successful, and that's really not good streaming content. Also, not fun for me. So, we have skipped them and moved on to
I know your face from my dream.
Living World Season 2. Not looking forward to the last bit of Living World Season 2.
The answers
Gotta say.
lie hidden around you.
Some of the worst content they ever made. The last fight. It's awful. I'm gonna swear a lot. Mind you, I normally swear a lot. I have no problem with swearing. I swear a lot. But I prefer to keep it to a relatively small amount on stream. Remember watching early when I started watching streamers and, just grabbing at people who were streaming a game I was interested in randomly.
I believe that singed would be the appropriate descriptor.
Some guy busting out the word motherfucker every third word of every single sentence, and it just got really, really old.
What are you on about?
And the lesson I got from that was, yeah, I don't want to do that. I will bust out swear words in the heat of the moment. I did last night. I might do it again tonight. But I try to keep them to, a moderate number, maybe less. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. And green dot go. Concordia incident. Them some big
happening. These vines.
Vines.
The kid was right again.
She's wrong sometimes, too.
What'd you say?
I said we should get moving, now that we're all here. From the look of it, they could use a hand.
A Mordrum wolf or two.
I feel strong.
Let's swap back into the old.
We're going to have to clean the whole place
Oh, and drop a bunch of pain onto these things' heads. The vile thresher, please. Thank you. Stop being hot. Make it stop being hot. Well, I was about to say, stop being hot. I've never had anyone tell me to stop being hot in my entire life. Yeah, but I didn't catch the first part of the sentence. I've sent out memos. I'm jolly well sure that whoever's in charge of the thermals in your area is assuredly going to pay full attention. Also, stop being so damn hot. I've now had it said to me precisely once. Thank you. You're lying, but thank you. Let's see, the closest I ever came was I had a woman tell me that I had the most beautiful eyes she'd ever seen. That was pretty cool. Granted, that happened before you were born. Most likely.
Glad that's over.
It would have been about 81? 83? Confabulating. Lying, of course, is a harsh term. I would never use such a harsh term. Confabulating. Making stuff up. Born in 80. Oh, okay.
So it goes.
That makes you what? In your early 30s, right? You're welcome. Actually, it probably would have been 84 or 85. So.
That'll do.
Why are they not dead yet? On the annoyance scale, the jungle tendrils are really,
Tend to the wounded so we can get everyone inside.
Glad that's over.
they're really annoying. Also, that is a really long-lasting poison. Let's res Snicks, the caravan leader.
Everyone inside.
Back
Close
inside.
the gates. Thanks for helping us out here. That attack caught us by surprise.
You had no.
You mean you weren't expecting
Well,
enormous
a few
vines
small
to attack
vines
you?
Popped up after the Priory caravan arrived, but we didn't pay those any mind until they grew.
Priory caravan. Was it carrying the vines? Seeds?
Not that they mentioned. They
And
did
how
have
hot
some
is it
extremely
for
old
you
artifacts
today
on
where
them.
you are?
I'd like to talk to the scholar.
At
in
86
charge of the
where I am.
caravan.
They headed northwest with Lindsay to find the rest of the cavalcade. Some were separated from this lot.
What's your plan?
I'm taking this caravan along with everyone from Concordia to an Asuran lab northeast of here for safety.
We can go along and provide additional security.
I want to find this Priory scholar and see where these vines came from. Why don't we split up? We can cover more ground that way.
I don't know about that. Let's discuss it more.
No. Bram can go. Go, Bram. 80-ish, but you just came back from Pleasanton. Oh, yes, P-Town. 100. That sounds about right. My brother used to live in Pleasanton. Yeah, I think it was Pleasanton. P-Town. Yeah, 100. Well, on the other side of that hill range in the East Bay, the phrase I would often use for out there, the Livermore type area, ass-bakingly hot. Rocks worries too much. My limp is completely gone. Yeah, your limp is gone, but your gimp is not, you gimp. I'm not referring to a gimp mask. Gimp was just a general term of someone who was lame. Ass baking is right, sir. Yeah, ass bakingly hot. It's weird. For a while, I worked in Concord. Pardon the local geography lesson. Anyone else out there? And so I would go through the Caldecott Tunnel in the mornings on my commute. And so I would go from 60, no, probably 50 on the west side of the Caldecott Tunnel at 9 in the morning and come out to 75, knowing that the rest of the day was going to be up in the 90s. Definitely the west side of that line of hills is the way to go. Of course, on the other hand, what makes that line of hills is the Hayward Fault. So, either side, that's not great. Yeah, dry and hot. Don't know, your leg might flare up. Perhaps it's best if you stay with the tactician Art in the caravan. It's fine, I promise. I want to get back in the action. I'll consider it when I let tactician Art know my decision. I'm not sure we take the risk. I'll talk to Art. Hi. No, that's not Art. Rocks. Have you let Tactician Art know your decision yet? I think it's for the best that Bram stay with the caravan. After a bit more thought, yeah, I may have changed my mind. I feel like he'd tell me if he wasn't ready for action. I'm going to talk to Tactician Art. I hope you've made a decision. I need to get underway. Wow, he's a grouchy-looking fellow. You know, if he had sort of a white handlebar mustache and glasses, he might look a little bit like me. I don't have quite that same rocky handsomeness that he has. Bram and I will find Lindsay. Rox and I will find Lindsay while Bram goes with you to Golden Knight Hollow Lab.
Let's move out, shall we?
Ha ha.
Raise the
Bye,
northern
Bram.
I'll be back before you know it. Don't get into too much trouble.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
All right, form up.
There isn't
Caravan in the
nothing.
middle.
There isn't anything.
We can
There
handle
is
clearing
nothing
the
that you
main
wouldn't
path.
do,
Go.
I'm your
Find
delivering.
as many attack survivors as you can.
Find Master Lindsay and the missing caravan. Oh, we've got tendrils. Is there any place in... Yeah, well, there is a place in particular I'm supposed to be going, and this would be the way. Immune to knockbacks. It's not fair, I tell you. Mordrum, Woof, and the Thresher. Or Thrasher. The Thrasher's not good. That thing is not friendly. It's one of the... They added this mechanic in for the expansion. And I guess here as well. Where there were mobs that leave this ground effect in a straight line that will kill you in a great big hurry. They would perfect it, of course, in the Mordrum Sniper, the least fair mob in any game I've ever played. I bitterly loathe and detest... Ooh, we have a cave. Bitterly loathe and detest. And consider them to be just a terrible mob design. As they're, to my mind, grossly unfair to the player. In that there are a lot of things that can down you very quickly in the game, but if the Mordrum Sniper downs you, you die. Almost instantly. Because it does a nice big... And life is not fair, that is true, but games don't have to imitate that part of life.
History never lies. Historians, however...
That's an old line. I am well aware of the fact that life isn't fair. I could write an extended book. Event failed. What event failed? Thank goodness you found us. I was afraid we'd be trapped here. How'd you know to look for us? We heard there was trouble at Concordia and came immediately. How bad are things over there? Have the items in the fort been compromised? I'm afraid so. The Vigil have retreated to the Golden Knight Hollow Lab. What are we going to do now? Our caravans were carrying magical artifacts out here for safekeeping. The Crichton Royal Locket is among them. The Crichton Royal Locket? It's a magical locket. Oh, thank you! It's said to always have the image of the current heir to the throne of Crichton displayed inside it. It's quite beautiful. Sounds powerful. Very powerful. And coveted. We move it from fort to fort on a regular schedule. I probably shouldn't even be telling you about it, but you're you. I am indeed me. Isn't that true? My lips are sealed.
Let's go.
Time to report
However,
to
that doesn't mean I
Tactician
can't
Art.
write it down. Or paint it in very, very large font on a wall.
I feel strong.
Fucking cripples. And that thing just evaded, about 1 million attacks. And crippled again. You know, a lot of people talk. I've always talked about the in Heart of Thorns, the pocket raptors. I never ever have had much of a problem with the pocket raptors. Now, certainly, my first time through, the primary character was a guardian like this one, and the ability to do the 2 attack, Whirling Wrath, annihilates them. But regardless of what class I'm playing, the Mordrum Sniper has always been the drizzling shit.
Finally, something not so violent. Assist us at once.
Consider yourself honorary lab assistants. Now protect our lab.
Glad Daxon.
And the fact that they have this attack, the snipers, where you get a
Buster.
if they're actually aiming at you, as opposed to if you just happen to be in the way, you get an icon over your head, so you can dodge to get out of the way if you don't dodge too quickly. But if you don't have a dodge up, if you're rooted, anything like that, and getting targeted by the sniper is a death sentence, because it hits really hard and it leaves a trail of fire on the ground. And you're in that fire, and it almost instantly will down you, and then will instantly kill you. And that's why I say it's not fair. There are a lot of things in the game that
got as many here
down
as we
you
could,
really
though.
quick. There aren't a lot of
I'm not
things that
confident
will
we're safe
down
yet.
you and then
all
kill
through
you.
the hills.
There's a few things that'll straight out
This
kill
is a
you
bad
as well, not
situation.
many.
We should probably get over to Fort Selma. We're meeting friends there. Do you have this under control?
We're good. Thanks for your help. Safe journey.
Discuss the situation with Rox, but not Bram. That's a win. You think Tactician Art will be alright? This attack hit everyone here pretty hard. You two should stay behind and keep looking for survivors. I'll head to Fort Selma. Good, we've got this covered. How about we meet at Dry Top when we're done? I know Bram's worried about Timey. We keep forgetting she's just a kid. I don't forget it. She's just an annoying kid. A kid that was right about Concordia, and that warned us about Fort Selma. Doopy-dee-doopy-doop-doop.
Pillage.
Pillage. Sell that. Sell that. Value on those went down. Used to be they were used to make, was it Runes of Torment, I think. And then they changed a lot of the attacks that were doing Torment to be less broken, or maybe they changed the rune itself to be less broken. Anyway, the prices changed rather significantly and in a big hurry. Last night, after stream, I made myself a pretty. I made myself my second piece of legendary light armor. Open world obsidian flavored. I have most of the mats for a third piece, but that's going to use most of the materials I've built up since Soto came out. I was pretty sure I had enough to make 2 pieces, just spitballing, and that was correct. The only thing I needed just a couple of things. Most important was like 650 like specks of stardust or whatever it was, one of the currencies. The currency from the Amnitus map. And now I need like another 750 of those. 3,500 research notes, which is about 700 mithril earrings I'll be making. I've been burning through mithril. By the way, if you're buying mithril, buying ingots is a little bit cheaper than buying it and making the ingots yourself. and then another one of the gifts of each of the 3 maps from Soto, and those will require flying around and lighting all the lamps. Oops! Aha. Fortunately, I'm quick on the spacebar, and therefore didn't die because all of a sudden my mount was unsummoned. We'll grab the waypoint here, or I mean the POI, and then we'll continue on. It's in the next map. Isn't it? Alright, where are we going? Fort Salma. That's where we're going. Yep, so that is now 2 pieces of armor for 12 of my characters. That's all of my elementalists, necros, and mesmers. Now have access to the chest piece and pants. Two down, 16 to go. I would like legendary sets for, you know. I believe this is Fort Salma. Legendary sets for all 3 kinds of armors would be ideal. One of the things I intend to get as a side effect of working this character through all the storyline stuff is the Seasons of the Dragon stuff. So we are here in the dry top stuff. Then we go to Silver Wastes, Living World Season 3, 1, 2, and then Living World Season 4, 1, 2, 3, and those will be the last things I need, and that'll get me the Legendary Amulet, which can be used by all 37 of my characters on this account. And that is one of the reasons why I had already made the 2 sigils, and actually I probably need another 2, frankly, reasonably, and 6 legendary runes, is because they gave me a lot of quality of life for all of my characters. And the more characters you have, the better those are for quality of life. Weapons are awesome, make no mistake. They look cool and they have cool effects. I mean, I'm using one right now. And I'm tempted to make more. But I played a little bit of Guild Wars 1. I have tried a number of times. I think I still have it installed. My biggest problem with it, you know, I was enjoying the RPG game that it really genuinely is. But what bugged me were quests where I'd had to go into a map and I'd fight my way through stuff and I'd get something and I'd have to go to an NPC either on the other side of the map or back on the first map. And then when I came back into the same map, I'd have to fight my way through those exact same mobs again. And I just found that really tedious after a while. Fighting the same mobs over and over. And by same mobs, I mean the exact same spawns of mobs. Because every time you move back into the map, it respawns everything. And I found that just really, really was a drag for me. Other than that, I think I would have gotten a lot further into the game, because there's a lot of stuff in it that's really good. That was the one thing that drove me nuts about it.
Lumanu, be careful!
It's Penelope.
Are they still there?
Yes, in all directions. Guardians cannot flee.
Mordrum husks. I can't glide over there, so I won't go attack there yet. Let's clear out these from I feel
Hey,
strong.
glad to have a helping hand. Part of my squad is pinned down at the bottom of a hill.
Yeah, yeah.
You can go get them. I'll open the gate and let you all in at once. We can give
Hello
you
there.
cover from the walls. Hurry! They won't hold out much longer.
No, one of them's already horizontal. Wake up, sleepyhead. Okay, technically, almost dead head. Wakey, wakey. There you go. Are we feeling better now? I didn't make that jump. I failed. And I feel shame. Yeah, we can go through here. That'll work too. Hello, Belinda Delacroix. Marjorie's sister. Timely arrival completed. 5 extra achievement points. Who doesn't like achievement points? I like achievement points.
Jory, backup's here. And not a moment too soon. Belinda and the Seraph are holding the walls for now. There seems to be no end to these attacks.
We should take the stragglers that make it past the Seraph.
Pillage.
The creatures
Wow,
keep coming.
that's a lot of
both
amberite.
over and under the walls.
Good thinking. I'm determined to hold out until they stop.
Me too. A Seraph told
Me
me they
three.
got great obelisk shards here, from the Tower of Nightmares. They're too valuable to let fall into the wrong hands.
Get ready, everyone. Here comes another wave.
Sis, the eastern gate is getting hit hard. Can you get over
Secure
there
the
and
arrow
reinforce it?
You
card.
betcha. We can use the northern wall to get there. Looks safer than trying to plow through the middle.
My power is
When you
yours.
get there, bring the siege weapons back up. You'll need their firepower to keep the gate clear.
Lead on.
I vaguely remember this one. Let's see. Alright. Jumping puzzle. The world's least challenging jumping puzzle. Up on the wall?
Nothing
Sure.
like a little temporal distortion to ruin your day.
It is up on the wall, so I have gone correctly.
I've got your back. Hit them with everything you've got.
Nice and neat.
I've got your back. Hit them with everything you've got.
I'm hitting them
I
with
don't know
everything
how to
I've
work
got.
an arrow cart.
Give me on the
You
arrow
don't?
cart.
I
I'm
must have
on
skipped
the
all
arrow
day
cart,
because
ladies and
of
gentlemen.
warfare between my etiquette and dance classes.
Sometimes you just got to machine gun some unpleasant vegetative life. Why can't we just unleash a bunch of Sylvari on them? Actually, I don't know if Sylvari are vegetarians, vegans.
That
Maybe
did
they're
it.
carnivores?
The courtyard is secure for now.
Seems our luck is holding.
Hold on. Do you hear that? What is...
Of course, they couldn't just let us rest. That sounds big.
It is.
Oh dear. It's massive. What's our strategy?
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Wow, did you
I'm
come up
guessing
with
if
that
they take
yourself,
out the
Marjorie?
monstrosity, the grunts will give up. Listen, that thing is shielded. We're going to have to coordinate our efforts to bring it down. I can rig my minions to explode on contact. The impact will putrefy its shielding, and that will give you an opportunity to strike. Keep my minion alive.
I can't
and
reach
it'll
it.
Tear down that thing's shield.
All right, here we go. I'm going in. The Mordrum Thresher. Yep, me and the Mordrum Thresher.
That thing is shielded.
Maintaining the
We're going
barrier
to have
is
to
draining my
coordinate our
limits.
efforts to bring
Please,
it down.
my power is yours. Make it count.
Keep
All
my
right,
minion
knock down the
alive.
shield,
Tear
please.
down that
Hit them with
thing's
everything
shield.
you've got.
Oh, there we go.
Save yourselves.
Use it to your advantage.
And it's invincible again.
Can't hurt it while it's shielded. Get my minions in there.
Those spores are lethal. I can cover you. Stay in my barriers when things start going crazy.
Hey, get away from that bone fiend. I need that bone fiend to be able to do its job, so stop. Okay?
Another minion coming up. Keep it safe.
Kill them all!
I'll cover you. Use it to your advantage.
Got it. Another 5 achievement points. It is a known fact that salad people are cannibals. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. I personally have always been more of a carnivore. The best thing about any given salad, any given green salad, was always going to be the dressing. See, I can't get in that way. Can I? I can, alright. Ready yourself for a tearjerker. And of course, the character they introduced last time just to murder her and evoke an emotional response from Marjorie. It's her sister.
We're here, Jory.
A character who never mattered to any of us
I'm okay.
was introduced
Just
just to kill her.
I'm sorry.
I understand. Completely.
I can't lose control here. If you're too sweet to me, I'll fall apart.
Okay. Okay, we have a lot of work to do.
Right. I have to get her ready. Take her home. I have to tell Mama.
We'll do it all together.
I don't know if that's the best way. I think we need to talk. Cass,
Yawn.
I want you to go with them.
What? No, I can't.
Yawn.
My place is with you. What if you need me?
I'll be okay. Our friends need you more. You have to keep them safe. I'll be with family. I'll catch up when I can.
Yeah, I don't know. Evidently,
No,
she's got nothing
Jory.
better to do, so she's just
Doesn't
hanging
feel
around.
right. This terrible. Your sister.
Probably watching short
should be with
videos
you. I love
on
you.
her phone. What are those called
No.
again?
You
Vines?
should be with them. We're talking about a dragon. The dragon that killed Belinda.
I don't like it.
I hear what you're saying, love. This is how it has to be. We have greater responsibilities. What do you think?
Unearned emotional
tonight.
investment is what they're
Tonight I'm
aiming
staying
for
with
here.
you. I'll leave tomorrow when you do.
This is the best way. You'll see.
I hope
Cheap.
you're right.
A cheap tactic. And as I always seem to respond to a transparent and cynical attempt to manipulate me, it always provokes the opposite from me.
You can never
I'm a
have so
cynical
much
old
treasure.
fart. Candygram for Belinda. Oh, she's not here anymore? Do you have a forwarding address? The Mists? Let me empty the crap out of the bags. As always, I am somewhat mental about that. Another 28 silver. Every day is about 30. That adds up. That's how I have enough money to buy thousands of ingots of mithril. Vines, I'm going to pass. Where are we off to next? Back to Dry Top. Wow, they're all the way down there. Oh, the Cavern of Shining Lights. Right. How about the Vine Bridge? So, Shirkei, if I read that correctly, you enjoy being tied up? Maybe that's not what you meant. Didn't we have a waypoint down there? I thought there was a waypoint down there. Evidently, I thought wrong. Maybe I didn't unlock it? That would have been dumb of me. So that's possible. The positive side, just fly right in. We have got a vista that way. I'm going to go ahead and grab that vista. And definitely no waypoint down there. Might be in the little sort of lab area up here. Ooh, rich mithril. Like I said, I have been going through so much damn mithril. As an example, to make my next piece of open world legendary armor, one of the things I need is 3,500 research notes. And at 5.1 each, that means 700 earrings I'll have to make. 700 mithril earrings I'll have to make. Let's go to the machine. No, I was right. There is no waypoint here. I thought there was. I was right that I was wrong. That's the same thing as being right.
There you are. We were starting to worry.
Is this where they put me in the machine?
You two are normally attached at the hip.
Shut up, Bram. Casimir, is Marjorie all right? Did something happen?
Her sister, Belinda, was killed at Fort Selma. Marjorie went home to be with her family and to mourn.
Oh no, that's terrible. But wait, why are you here?
Shut up, Bram.
Can you be with her?
I wanted to go with her.
It's complicated.
But she asked me to see this mission through.
And Bram, you're an idiot.
She's safe.
Thank you.
At least, with family.
How's she holding up?
Oh, you know. She puts on a strong face, but I see right through it. I can see that she's hurting and that she blames herself. She promised she'd join us as soon as she can.
Poor Marjorie.
I'm so sorry, Casimir.
Sorry, my friend.
Let me catch you up on what I've learned so far.
Timey. This was Scarlet's first ley line. Well, we all remember our first ley, don't we? Best dialogue ever. Shut up, Bram. Yeah. Yeah. Must agree. It's a hub where multiple lines converge, but it's still tiny compared to the one in Lion's Arch. I heard some of what happened. Miners dug here and hit this pocket. I imagine the ley line messed with all their machines and they abandoned the mine, but some must have talked and Scarlet heard about it. So this is where it all began. This is definitely where Scarlet began to intensely research ley lines, yes. These mines let us see the magic that is usually invisible. What does all our research add up to? You realize that if Scarlet hadn't lost her mind, she'd have been heralded as one of the greatest arcane researchers of the century. This is an unprecedented discovery, what all Asura dream of. I'm less interested in her past than our future. Ooh, nice turn of phrase. Impatient much? Gosh, okay. I've ascertained that there's a disturbance in the ley... There's a disturbance in the ley lines. And it's affecting certain waypoints. Affecting waypoints. Unfortunately, Scarlet was right. When we sort of placed the waypoints, some worked better than others, so we got rid of the ones that didn't work and kept those that did. They worked better when placed over a ley line. Correct. Without even realizing what we were doing, we tapped into the power of the ley lines, and it's no longer just theory. I can prove it now. So how are the waypoints affected? I'm 98.5%. That just happens to be an average human body temperature in Fahrenheit, 98.5. That I can answer correctly. These vines, they're attracted to the magical resonance of the waypoints. The vines, so you mean Mortimer's corruption. Not exactly. It's my belief that the vines we're seeing are coming directly from the dragon, spreading underground across Tyria. It's not just corruption, it's him. And the free-moving ones above ground? As far as I can tell, they're corrupted and spreading. But our primary concern is the waypoint situation. If that gets worse, we could be in serious trouble. We have to do something, I said.
I was just getting to that. I can build a device that will make the waypoints more efficient. They'll be less attractive to Mordremoth.
What do you need us to do?
At the moment, nothing. I have the matter well in hand, but there is something else. Something so amazing. Want to see? Follow me.
Omad's machine. Mind you, if your name is Omad and you eventually do go mad,
Hey, look.
maybe don't
Can you believe your
use the
eyes?
machine of Omad,
It's Omad's machine.
because
you
it made him
simple
go
man.
mad.
Hey, respect.
Sorry, but it's the very device that showed Scarlet the eternal alchemy. It still works.
Can I smash it? That thing's gotta be dangerous.
Absolutely not. Think about what we can learn. Besides, my mind is far more resilient than Scarlet's was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you should mess with it. I'm inclined to agree with Bram. What do you think?
What do you think we should do if this device Scarlet portaled here from Omad's lab? Then it's got to be dangerous. Looks like Scarlet added to it. Some of the parts look different, newer. That makes me even more nervous. Is it powered up? I think so. What do you remember about this device? Time you said it was designed to affect the mind, to open it to new awareness. I heard that when Scarlet got into it, she claimed she saw what the Asura called the eternal alchemy. What else? It broke Scarlet's mind. After she used it, she was never the same. It's as if it opened the door to insanity. The door to insanity? Princess Bride reference. She was never the same again. I'm not sure she was the same to begin with. She committed her first murder after using it and escalated quickly after that. Yes, this machine started her on a very dark path. So what are we going to do? We can't let Timey near it. For her own good, I agree.
Oh no! We have to...
Oh, gasp!
Don't touch anything. We don't know what... Timey!
Good point. Agreeing
Can't
with
get
Bram
close.
is indicative
Thing
that
is
the
shooting off
madness
too
has
much
already
light.
begun to
Guilty.
spread.
Get her out of there.
I'm going to get her out of there. Well, thank goodness I got her out of there. Now who's going to get me out of here? Guys? Guys? All of a sudden, I'm tripping balls. I mean, serious balls. I can see clearly now. Oh, there's the pale tree. And now it's the 60s, guys. For those of you who weren't around, that was the 60s. Those are the dragons. And they all turned green. Green is the color of Mordermoth. Green is the color of my true love's eyes in the morning. 60s music
You
reference.
okay? I think he's dead.
What? No. He's alive.
Tell us everything. What did you see?
Are you alright? Once it had you, we were afraid to just yank you out.
Well, then you started screaming and we had no choice.
How do you feel? When you're ready to talk, we're ready to listen.
Well, I feel just fine. What are you all looking at me for? I really don't understand what the big deal is.
What was? What are you talking about? I had a vision. I saw it, the eternal alchemy. You what? You're going to have to explain. I don't understand. I'll try. I saw how Tyria is woven, and I'm tied up in it, somehow. Tied up. That sounds like fun. Where were we? Okay, I think you need to rest a while. Do you hurt anywhere? Listen, vast energies flow through and around Tyria, and I saw a dragon. What did you see? It was part of the workings of the world. It came at me. That sounds like a terrible nightmare. I also saw the pale tree at the heart of a vast moving puzzle, as Scarlet did. Pale tree? What do you think it meant? Or means? It means we need to talk to her. What can she do? She's a tree. Well, you remember, you're a cat. If you were a dog, we know what they do to trees, but you're a cat, so all you have to do is sharpen your claws on her. You'll be fine. She has political clout. She's important, perhaps more than we know.
I wish I'd seen it.
I'm glad you're okay, but you had magic flowing out of your ears.
And you've got stupid flowing out of yours.
His hair was standing straight up.
It was. Okay, guys, this is serious.
Yes, I could tell it's serious by how come all of you are laughing at me. These are my friends. Okay, these are my friends, and Bram. Can you explain more about what you saw? What do you think it means? It's hard to describe. The pale tree was in my vision, represented by the symbol we saw on the drawing in Scarlet's room. We have to go talk to her. In the Grove? Do you think she can help you make sense of your vision? She may be our greatest ally. It's time to make the world aware of Mordremoth. Yes, I see. We should talk to her. How do you think we should make the world aware? That sounds like a big job. We need to let leaders know. If we're lucky, they'll listen. So you don't just want to inform them. You want to get them to work together against Mordremoth. I can't imagine any greater, more urgent threat than Mordremoth. I mean, other than the last one we killed. So yeah, another Elder Dragon. True, between the endangered waypoints, the corrupted Mordrim, and the vines spreading underground as far as Shiver Peaks, toward our hordes of magical items, I don't see how they could disagree. We'll find a way, but first we need to talk to the pale tree. Don't worry, her bark is worse than her bite, guys. You're reaching for the stars. How can we pull it off? You're well respected, but will that be enough? I killed me and Mr. Dreamy Traherne killed Zaitan. And frankly, Traherne had nothing to do with the killing. We'll take it one step at a time, and this journey begins with the pale tree. All right. You know we'd follow you anywhere. Can we have Bram not follow me anywhere? I'll send a request for an audience with the Grove, but before I meet you there, I want to stop by the Reach and check on Jory. We'll meet you in the Grove when the pale tree is available. You okay, Kaz? Me? Yes, I'm okay. It's not easy seeing someone you love go through a loss like that. Jory was trying to be strong, but all I could see was her despair. Must have been heart-wrenching for you. God, please stop.
I'll mail you when I'm ready to go to the pale tree.
I do not respond to unearned emotional appeals. I do not find them appealing. I find them appalling. A little wordplay there. Hope you enjoyed that. Where are we off to next? No. We need to actually activate it. Living World Season 2. Continue the story. The Dragon's Reach. Bong! Check my mail. The tree will see us. My dear Caraxus Scriptbane. The pale tree has agreed to an audience, but she wishes to speak with you personally. I'm already in the Grove with Bram and Rox. We'll wait for you here. Please come at your earliest convenience. Would now be okay. 3 more amberite.
That looks valuable.
Not really. And sell that. Because I already have 1,750. 1,000 in material storage, another 750 in the bank. Probably just sell those. Given the prices are so much lower than they were previously. Whoop. Whoop. Elevator to Ronan's Bower. That's not where we need to go. We need to go to the... there we are. The Umfalos Chamber, I believe, is the name of this one. And that is just about the most unnecessary cinematic in history. Every single time. Do I have to talk to Bram? Can I talk to Frostbite instead? Hey, I heard from Timey. She's gone back to Radasum. Apparently she has schooling to catch up on, the little vagabond. I'm glad she'll be safer there. Thanks for coming. Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss this for the world. We don't have talking trees where I come from. No, just talking idiots. I'll let you know what she says. Rocks. Oh, and Marjorie sends her regards, by the way. So you saw her? Yes, it was okay. Missed a funeral, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad to hear that. Rocks. Hi, how you feeling? Any residual gunk left over after Omad's device got its sparks in you? Nothing physical, just worried about the mortar moth situation. Me too. Alright. Warden, lock in. Come on, man, lock in.
Hello, Casimir. I've been hearing a lot about you. You're the one who unveiled the Nightmare Tower, aren't you?
He doesn't really have much of a British accent.
I wouldn't have made it out alive without my friends.
All the Silvari have
Especially
British
this one
accents.
here.
His barely exists at all.
Hello. I heard you fought Zaitan beside Kaith. It's an honor to meet you.
Kaith?
Our beloved mother is ready to see you.
Kaith?
If you would follow me.
Backstabber. Liar.
What a delight to see you.
Please.
Well, she's
allow me to
perceptive.
present your guest, destroyer of Zaitan and commander of the Pact.
I am eager to hear what it is you wish to discuss.
I know you. You were here with Traherne, and you accompanied him on his vision of the Pact's future. Caraxes Scriptbane, it is good to see you looking so well. And you, lovely as always. Really? I think she looks like a vegetable. Kaith has spoken your name to me in her tales of Zaitan's demise. You run with Destiny's Edge. I did for a while, now I lead a new group. Yes, so it is said. I suspect you will do even greater deeds with him. Greater deeds than killing an Elder Dragon. Okay, granted, I'm going to kill a bunch more Elder Dragons and a god, but you have very little reason to suspect that I'll go on to greater deeds. But tell me, what things are you here to seek my counsel? Two things. First, I had a vision. You figured prominently in it. I'm intrigued. Tell me more. What was it about? Where did you have this vision? Did you expect him going full, oi, hello mate, fine day, innit? No, but that was not a very convincing British or English accent. Had a couple of bits and pieces of it, but it was pretty clear that that was an American voice actor. To me, anyway. I've got enough experience with the Monty Python to know authentic British. In an Asuran device Scarlet used to see the eternal alchemy, I saw it too. What dangers have you been toying with? Such things were not meant to be seen. They will crack your mind. Well, too late. I didn't understand much of the vision, but you were at the center. If this is the device that Kiara used, or Ciara, I'm not sure. Soft? See? Hard? See? Don't know. Then it must be maintained some of her touch on it. I do not know what it could mean. Only you know that. Maybe in time. What about Mordramoth? You know it's been active.
It is true. The Elder Dragon Mordramoth has reached full awareness.
No.
I've known since the moment we heard the roar. Loken, would you kindly find Niam and ask her to come to speak with me?
Of course.
Is
I'll
this where
return
we
with
find
her as
out
quickly as I can.
the big news?
I had to send him away. What we have to discuss is too serious. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Tell me, what do you know about Mordramoth?
Big and green and got lots of little tentacles, tendrils, sprouts, whatever you want to call them. Oh, and he created all of you. Tell me all you know of Mordramoth's activities. I've been waiting to see how it would make its move while reinforcing our security here in the Grove. It's been killing people. It attacked Fort Selma and Concordia. And its minions, they've spread far. We've encountered them far to the east and west, as close as Brisbane Wildlands. So soon and so close. That does not bode well. Please continue. Selma and Concordia were destroyed by giant thorn vines. This is troubling news. There's more. The minions are attracted to waypoints. They destroy them. I understand. The situation is dire. The Elder Dragon's reach is that great. The entirety of Tyria is at risk. What do you recommend we do? I recommend we fuck him up. We need to inform the world's leaders and get them to join ranks. I see. A summit then. I could host such a gathering. Can you convince them to come? Who do you plan to invite? Imperator Smodor, of course, and a leader from each of the other races. I'll leave it in your hands, then, while I prepare here. You did the right thing, bringing this to me. I'm happy to help you. My friends and I will do whatever we must to get them all here.
That seemed to go well. She agreed to play hostess.
You were listening?
What do we do now?
You weren't supposed to be listening. She sent somebody away because it was too important. What's the plan? Get the world's leaders here. How are you going to do that? Pizza. With her name on the summit, they might just come. But who and how? We split up. Get to whomever you can, the highest ranking in your home city. So you want me to get someone from Divinity's Reach, the Queen, and Rox is going to go to Black Citadel, and Bram will go to Holbrack. I'll help you all. We can do it together. That's a comfort. Thanks. All right, we can do this. Yes, we can.
I won't get an audience with the Queen, but I can speak with Countess Anise.
Nervous? I know you've had, issues with your people.
No, I'm fine. I just haven't had to speak with Countess Anise or the Queen for a while. Not since my father.
I suppose I'll have to toughen up and talk to Tribune Brimstone. I won't get anywhere near Smodor.
Yeah, and I'll have to return to Holbrook. Last time I saw White Bear, my mother was there.
We can do this. It's important. And afterward, we'll meet up again.
For pizza.
Not every battle is fun, I suppose. Before I head to Holbrook, I should find Taimi. She's in Rada Sum. Maybe she can talk to Zoja about getting an Asuran leader at the summit.
But in their mind, she's just a student. No one there pays much attention to her.
I know, but she's got Zoja's ear. It's worth a shot. If she fails, we'll send in the boss to convince Zoja. They're friends.
Well, we have everything covered. Send word to each
What
other
about
when
the
things are
squared
squared away, yes?
The dredge?
Deal. Guess all we
The
have to hope for
froggies?
is that everyone agrees to show up.
The
Once we get
birds?
them in one place, we can worry about convincing them to join forces.
The world coming together in support of a single cause? Yeah, that'll happen.
That may be the brightest thing Bram ever actually said.
Please.
Check my mail. Received a note from Taimi, titled Mordremoth's Reach. Hello, the Asuran news updates are saying that vines matching recent attacks at Fort Concordia and Fort Selma have appeared in the Iron Marches. If this proves true, Mordremoth's reach may be even greater than any have anticipated. I surmise that it's our best interest for you to investigate the reports, Taimi. I'd better let the others know about this. Was that letter from Marjorie? And it just magically appeared. No, sorry, from Taimi. They've spotted Mordrum in the Iron Marches area. Iron Marches? Sorry to butt in, but she mentioned the Black Citadel. Have they been hit? She didn't say any more than that, but I'm going to investigate. That's a good idea. The more information we have, the better. I'll head to Divinity's Reach Around and request an audience with Countess Anise. I wonder that Canuck never called her Countess Anise. But Chad Brimstone hates humans. Hope he smacked Bram a couple times. We can help. He already has made it clear that he doesn't like Bram because he thinks Bram's lying about being Air's son. And he says Air never told him that she had a son, and yet Brimstone himself has a cub. No longer a cub. That's Icebird Saga. Good luck. Meet me at the Leyline Hub after you speak with the Countess. I'll come as soon as I know something. Great. Thanks, guys. Doopy-dee-doopy-doop-doop. And scene. Pillage. Is it really pillaging, though? If it just appears in my bags? I'm thinking probably not. We have 46 piles of silky sand. I'm going to sift through them 10 at a time, looking for something valuable. Oh, look! In the sand, who would have thought I found sand? I went through 46 piles of silky sand and came out with only 2 piles of coarse sand. This math does not add up. Gulp. Where are we off to? The Iron Marches.
What was your favorite of all the places you saw on your voyage?
Lion's Arch. It's an enormous, glorious city.
Let's see. That is probably the closest. That's sure to get me in there. Plains of Ashford, right next to the Plains of Simpson. That's an old guy music reference. But obviously, the answer to this is rocket speed. Sorry. I'm actually getting better at driving that thing. Oh, wrong thing. I've said that, and now I guarantee I will crash or run into a tree or something equally silly. Funny thing is, the little invasion they have, Mordrum invasion they have in this map, is fucking incredibly murderous. It's somewhere around here. It's just brutal. Seems like every time I come through, if the event's going on, there's a body or two where someone thought that, hey, I can do this. No, you can't. And if there's a group, people die all over the place. Sabinus Rainfire. You don't want to go out there. Vicious plants are sprouting up everywhere. That's got to be the Char's worst nightmare. An enemy that they don't want to eat. We're doing our best to hold them off, but it's not enough. I'm here to help. Great, we need it. Find the soldiers tasked with exterminating these things, and help them where possible. Can do. I just spoke with Alias Rendblood. She's in deep. Start there. Once you overcome the creatures in her area, and I know you will, she'll direct you to the next soldier who needs backup. I'm on my way. And I'm probably going to be one of those who's going to die. Open world questing in an area I know is deadly as bleep. Quit your gawking. These vines will be back before you know it. You best be prepared. I'm ready. A barrel of flamethrowers. Okay. Sometimes you just got to say, I love being a Char, you know? Oh. Why did I not get a flamethrower when I clicked on it? Thank you. It doesn't do very much damage. Okay. How about instead... crippling on those things just is so fucking unnecessary. Oh, he's invulnerable. That's perfect. Did I not talk to Alias? What are they? See the flamethrower as part of a balanced meal. Don't ask stupid questions. Grab a torch. All right. I'll try. Wasn't impressed with him a minute ago, though. The 2 is... Red button has do not press written on it. That's the self-destruct. That explains why. He's invulnerable. Oh, that's a really fun mechanic. Nothing quite as much fun as invulnerable mobs. You know what I mean?
ground.
What in the fuck even is this? Okay, that thing is indestructible, but I don't think it is actually part of the event.
Save yourselves.
I think that is, or I mean, I think that is part of the event, not part of the questy bit. Tendrils remain. Destroy tendrils. I did that. Yeah, it's not. That is one of the things that is awful in here. That's not even the big one. What are they? Yes, ma'am. Can I get out of here now? Help invade. Fucking. Some of their design choices they have made over the years are just inexplicable to me. Help the Char incinerate Mordrum invaders. Well, I thought I had done that.
Any news?
Where are they? Yes, ma'am. More of them. Oh, great. Well, I don't want to use the stupid weapon that they want me to use because it's a stupid weapon that doesn't do diddly goddamn damage. This entire thing is just utter, terrible, embarrassingly awful design. This is storyline stuff. I will repeat my complaint of a number of times in the recent few nights. Storyline stuff shouldn't be frustrating. It shouldn't be this hard. I mean, after all, here we are. I have an invincible mob that happens to be in the place where I have to do stuff. Why would they do this? Why would they not make it instanced? I don't know. And the problem is, there is no good reason.
For Ash Legion.
Am I supposed to kill this thing? Oh, I can finally actually do damage to it. Well, that's nice.
Save yourselves.
And it's invulnerable again. Why? Who knows? Because the tendrils are up again? Don't know. Why would they want to tell people shit like this? This entire kind of just content is so awful. I will fall back on my opinion that I've held for years, that one or more of their content creators for single player story stuff hates the players, just hates them, and tries to come up with frustrating, awful mechanics because his own life is empty and without meaning.
Refreshing.
And it's invulnerable again. There aren't any. Oh, there they are. Now they pop up. Why? Just why the fuck would you do design like this intentionally? Filled with frustration and anger.
Save yourselves.
It's still invulnerable. Stability, Thorn Shield. Prevent damage. And we're back on damaging again.
Stand your ground.
Every 25%. Oh my god, this is just such. And now I'm rooted to the ground. Oh, it's still damageable. Please, let me just finish the goddamn thing off. It is just so dumb. Playing as an engineer with a flamethrower, you still need to pick that thing? I would hope not, because the engineer's flamethrower is good. That thing is worthless. You know, an instance like that, if you want it to work like that, the flamethrower they give you should be awesome. It should annihilate stuff. You can make an instance like that fun instead of frustrating. If you want to take away the player's hotbar, make whatever you give them way better than the hotbar they have by default. That's how you make an instance like that fun instead of frustrating. Legions need Mordrum samples to study. Oh, great, more. I mean, I complain about WoW a lot. Always have. It's always had its issues. But one thing they do, and the same thing with Lord of the Rings Online, when they give you something special or different to do with your character, they make you overpowered so that you don't hate. In LATRO, it's called session play. So that you don't hate session play. In WoW, it's normally done in the vehicle play. You know, they put you in an airship where you have a fucking machine gun and you have to buzz down 100 enemies. That's fun and easy and fast. That previous thing was not. Hi, Brutus and Nameless. Stay sharp. The creature should be back any moment. I've been informed. How can I help? We need vine samples, but the Mordrum are extremely hostile. Coat yourself with their spores, and they'll leave you alone just long enough to get the job done. For the legions. Okay, well, I talked to him.
At ease.
Stay sharp. Those creatures could be back. I already talked to him.
Speak.
Lord Ash Legion.
You've got a talent for this. Listen, Tacius Stormbane. You see Stormbane, that's a classic char name. I'm bad. I kill storms. I'm Scritbane. Because I kill Scrit. I'm a realist. This guy, nothing but a marketing creation. He's having similar plant problems up north. Might be worth your while to help him out. Now I need husk samples. So now it is another event. Lovely. I had mercifully forgotten about this entire freaking mechanic. I don't know. Did I get anything? No, I did not get anything.
More to explore.
Yeah, that's fun. Players love not having any freaking control over their characters. That's always the best part of every MMO game ever. Oh my god, constant knockbacks and shit. What are they thinking?
Nice and lean.
Take a sample. You know, I was willing to cut them slack.
What?
On Living World Season 1, because it was new mechanics and stuff. This is Living World Season 2. They no longer have any excuses. This is fucking horse shit, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves for having such bad mechanics. Constant knockbacks like that. And that. Let's see. I have stability. It shouldn't be able to knock me back. I had stability. I had 5 stacks of stability. Why is it knocking me back? Don't know. There's no special buff or anything on the Vine Chamber. Don't know. Well, this one gives up samples. The other one doesn't seem to want to, so fuck it. I'll just keep whacking the same one.
You can't see.
Okay. Nice design.
What? That's probably enough for now. But a few more can't hurt.
That's the voice of Bram, by the way, still sounding stupid even though it's in a char.
That's how it's done.
Doing storyline events in the open world. I mean, unless it's a meta.
Don't let the Flame Legion take back
But then on the other hand, I mean, we've got in Living World Season 1, we've got the two big events in chapters 4 and 5 that I can't do because they're not soloable, and I will simply return once again to my statement that storyline stuff has to be soloable, and preferably simple and fun. Tachius? Stormbane?
My workers were captured by vines. I need some help here.
It's Bram's voice again. Gotta help my workers. They're wrapped up in those vines over there. On my way. I know I'm being whiny. I feel, though, I actually have cause. What the... The hell is this shit? I'm pressing the one button as fast as I can. And once again, I can't move or anything. This design, let me put it this way. If the designer in charge put this on their resume, they'd never get another fucking job. And I'm about to be dead. Not you. I'm not flipping you off. I am flipping the game off. This is such god-awful fucking design. Oh, my God.
Don't let the Flame Legion take back their base. Get
Target
over there and
destroyed.
kill him!
Well, I often wonder about incredibly awful design like this. Are they ever ashamed that they made something that is such a piece of crap? The event failed. Oh, awesome. I get to restart it now. Why'd the event fail? Don't know.
I'm listening.
But I get to do it again. A Mordrum wolf is rampaging through the Iron Marches. Oh, this is a different event. Entirely different event. ArenaNet? My God. And they charge people for this. At least Living World Season 1, they made free. They charge people for this crap. Now, I unlocked this as it was released. It used to be new content would be released for free for a few months, 6 weeks. And if you logged in while it was live, you got to keep it free forever. So I didn't pay money for this. But if they wanted me to pay money for this, I would ask for my money back, because this is just a waste of my time and development time to have come out with this crap. Mighty Champion Dragonbane got smacked around by wild overgrown carrots and couldn't do anything about it. He had one button he could press, and it wouldn't even autocast. He had to keep pressing it, and it didn't do anything. What the fuck? All right, I'm almost there. Good God. I'm not even going to bother with the garbage.
Rely on iron, not false.
Show me where it's at, and I'll take it out. I keep clicking that, and nothing happens.
You have a question?
Thank my hairy back you got here in time. We spotted, how do I put this, a walking wolf weed of sorts. Big nasty thing. Packs quite a bite for a shrub. Show me where it is. I click that. Nothing fucking happens. Oh, I guess that's it there. He didn't show me. It was just there. Oh my God. Seriously, ArenaNet? What are you fucking thinking with this shit?
Stand your ground. Save yourselves.
Oh, it's split in two. I'd forgotten about this mechanic. It's a lovely mechanic too.
Hey, come on! They're training to follow me! Hurry! Gotta see.
Also, I'll note that these things are hitting incredibly hard. Jesus H.
Stand your ground.
And they're invulnerable. They split into more wolves, and now they're freaking branches too. It's just... My apologies for being so negative. This is just... I had forgotten how awful this content was. Because it's terrible. Form Sabinus. I am leaning more towards skipping the very last part of Living World Season 2 because it's maybe the worst content in the game.
Need a whip to train the devourer. Get a training kit from the box.
And I'm finding the rest of this stuff so incredibly frustrating. I think I'll probably just skip that because if I don't, I'll pop an aneurysm on stream. Alright, check my mail for Flunt is here. Hello, hello, I'm not interrupting anything important, I'm sure, right? No, of course not. So, Bram told me about the summit you're planning, and I talked to Zojia, and she talked to the Arcane Council, and one thing led to another, and now Counselor Flunt is here in Scarlet's Leyline lab with me, breathing down my neck while I try to finish my device.
Why do you think
He's holding his attendants at the summit over my head until he sees my device in action. You need to come distract him before I fry his circuits.
He's not carrying our food supplies.
That other creature kept
So
asking
my
if
apologies
extra
for being
saddlebags.
so
It's like it wanted what was inside.
crabby.
Power flow.
But there are
never have too
challenging
much treasure.
There is challenging content, and there is frustrating content. And this is all of the frustrating variety.
Need something? Until we meet again.
Back to the ley line. Really, I'm sorry I get so sour about it. Oh, I think you kids would say, I'm sorry I get so salty about it. But as I did point out the other day, it is why I have a love-hate-love relationship with this game. 98% of my time in the game is just love. And the other 2% is, I would go with a seething hate. Not just a regular hate, a seething hate. What in the fuck? Do I... Don't tell me I've got to defeat this. I'm sorry. My frustration level with this game right now is just about infinite. Is the goddamn door open now? Yes. They blocked off once again as I'm speaking about how the story cannot be incredibly difficult and challenging. It needs to be easy. It also cannot be blocked off by world events, like that door being fucking closed. Shame, of course. I'm glad I'm here experiencing this with you, sir. If I was alone, this BS, I'd be furiously rage quitting every time. But I was really close right there. For this content to be blocked off from me, the storyline content to be blocked off by a real world event where maybe there's nobody else around doing it, is an unforgivably stupid decision. There have been people working at ArenaNet. Maybe they're gone. Maybe they're working where they should be working. Saying the words, "Would you like fries with that?" Who were making decisions like that one.
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
Keep your voice down. That old lab rat doesn't need to hear this. I mean, Flint, the guy who's 8 feet behind me. Him? I talked to Zojia, just like Bram asked me to. She got me to see Counselor Flint. It was all going great until I made a mistake of mentioning my device. Well, you had to boast, didn't you, you little egomaniac? She calls herself a little narcissist at one point in Path of Fire. And yes, she is. And apparently quite proud of it. The waypoint recalibration device you've been working on? Exactly. I'm almost done with it, so he insisted on coming to see what I was working on. I had no choice. I had to bring him here. Are they going to come to the summit? He won't commit. He says it all hinges on whether my device works or not. Okay, let me talk to him. Flunt?
I've surmised that you are Carax's Scriptbane. What is your involvement in all this?
I'm a friend of Timy's. We're working together on the summit.
Good. I am glad she has a hint of adult supervision. However, it is of utmost importance that the Council be alerted when underage progenies make discoveries such as this cave.
I understand you're here to inspect her device.
That is indeed the case. I need to verify that she is in no danger. She claims to have discovered a means of lowering the frequency at which the waypoints resonate.
She's working on it, yes. Golly, I'm right here! And I'm not just working on it, it's almost done. It's going to save the waypoints. How close are you? Well, I'd be closer if the scholarly gentleman would stop distracting me with my work. Counselor, Timmy needs time to finish. We promise we'll show it to you then.
I will wait for a short while, but I insist on inspecting the device soon.
And will you attend the summit? It's very important.
I will attend the summit, but only after I verify that this device can protect our waypoint network from marauding vines. Otherwise, I'll have to return to my lab.
We understand. Come on, Timmy. Get to work.
Everyone stand back. Except my assistant. Back! Back! My brain needs some room to breathe. Is that old windbag out of earshot? Good. Okay, let's talk. I am gonna need your help to build this thing.
I thought you said you were almost done. So you lied. Again. I'm going to explain this in terms you will understand. Oh, we put the big thing with the little thing and we tied them together? We're building modulates. Changes. The device we're building modulates, changes the frequency at which a waypoint resonates. How fast or slow it vibrates. Got it. How does it work? It vibrates. Good. In theory, taps the waypoint network, finds a waypoint we want to fix, then a dialogue happens between my device and the waypoint. Basically, my device calms down the waypoint. Okay, I understand. What's left to complete? Saltifying lens is strong tonight. Oh, it is definitely strong tonight. They need to give you an option to smack Bram for stress relief. Wouldn't hurt. Give me a daily for it. I'd log in for that. What's left to complete? I need 3 very specific parts. There are tons of scrap here from the inquest. My hope is that we'll find what I need here. But it's going to take forever with Flint breathing down my neck. I'll gather the parts while you stay here and work. It'll save time. That's perfect. I'll send Scruffy with you. He has an autonomous mode now, which I've been hoping for a good chance to test it. Sounds good. What am I looking for?
Wait! Let me load up Scruffy with a few detection algorithms to help you out.
Oh. No, I guess talking to her is not actually what I'm looking for.
Part number 1. I need containment sterilization fluid.
Ew.
You know that icky stuff the inquest stores specimens in? Don't worry. I'm not trapping innocent life forms. This stuff just so happens to be suitable for the liquid elements of the device. Number 2. The etheric armature from a standard power generator. I'm sure they've got one around here somewhere. It's
Pardon
not
me,
a lab unless there are power generators going haywire. Finally, I need a sample of leyline magic-infused rock. You could mine some, perhaps, but that'd take ages. I spotted samples earlier stored in wooden boxes toward the rear of the cavern. Much easier to just take those. Scruffy's ready to take commands. Simply interact with his input panel and select the behavior routine you want him to follow. He can detect items of interest, follow you, and defend from enemies. Scruffy can also repair damaged containment units if
Need
you
Bram
happen to
Dummy
find
and
any.
housing expansion to test damage numbers. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah. I've actually, that one might be worth sending the little note to ANET. Oh, I have to talk to Scruffy. This is just going to make this thing more miserable, isn't it? Read instructions. Follow mode. Is that following? Don't count on Scruffy to do anything else. Defend mode disables following, but Scruffy will fight for you, protect you, and even draw enemies off you. Also included a handy detection scan. If you're looking for something, it might help point the way, and if there's an ambush ahead, it'll warn you. Activate follow mode. Oh my god, I can't fly down here anymore. It's instanced. Oh, God.
Such questionable fraternization should be closely monitored.
Agreed. The Council has been too lenient with Zojia since Snap's passing. Her recent activities are especially
I understand the desire to try and do different things. You know, you don't always want the players to be fighting 10 rats, proverbially, right? And so they feel the need to find ways to spice things up. I understand completely. I cannot disagree with that. But you cannot make things more difficult. Grab a sample without reinforcing the transfer mechanism. Sterilization fluid sample can be taken if the container's transfer mechanisms are reinforced. Reinforce the containment device. Reinforce the transfer mechanism and grab a sample. Okay, that's one. Is he still in follow mode? Looks like it. Nope. Nope. Yes. Maybe. I guess by default he's in follow mode. Activate defend mode. Activate follow mode. Does not look like a power generator. Does, however, have an activation switch. The one that looks like a power generator is... Those are the pages. This device does not look like... Read the instructions. Look for the instructional pamphlet. Yeah, I tried that before. Inquest reports cover the walls. None of them describe how to disassemble a power generator. Scruffy? Don't know what the big circly area is. Look for the instructional pamphlet. They aren't actively powering anything. Do we have a pamphlet? Sir, in stand? Doesn't look like that can be anything. What's in the blue area? Yeah, of course. Defend mode. Well, I don't see any instructions around that are useful, as the inquest papers are not, right? Let's switch on the lift. Several stands, but they aren't powering anything. We're back in follow mode, thank you. There's something up there. No. That didn't appear to do anything, so it looks like our only chances instructions are for chumps. The generator hums loudly. We need the armature, right? Turn off the generator. Humming noise subsides. Open the generator's casing. You open the casing. Deactivate the etheric field. Grab the armature. Okay. In other words, do things in a logical fashion. All right, I can do that. Scruffy, thank you. Check chests for ley line infused rock samples. Well, presumably it's... Oh, there's the instructional pamphlets. Didn't need them. I'm smarter than they are. Scruffy? Scruffy? Scruffy?
Stand your ground.
Scruffy? Defend mode, please. Thank you. I love being crippled. Really nice, long, what is it? 10-second cripple, maybe longer. So much fun. Well, there's the pamphlets, which we no longer need. Oh, why you wouldn't give us the special action key to activate Scruffy instructions, I don't know. Other than to make things more difficult, which they've been doing for me all night. Oh, please. Scruffy. Detection scan. That does not appear to have detected anything. Oh, I take that back. One of them has a green dot. One of them has a green star. You can trust your car to the box with a green star. Several samples of ley line energy infused rocks. I'll take them. Turn with timey. All right. I'm running as fast as I can. And that thing spawned just as I turned, so neener, neener, neener. And they're spawning all the way behind me.
When do you expect completion?
Shut up, Flunt.
There you are. Got all the parts? Let me hop onto Scruffy and make the finishing touches.
Fine, fine, fine. And here comes Flint.
Well, Counselor Flunt, I'm sorry to report that I've completely wasted your time, and the waypoints will now all be destroyed by Mordremoth.
What?
Just kidding. My patent-pending waypoint recalibration device is now complete.
Oh, you little degenerate. Turn it on.
I'm gonna need to take this to the heart of the ley line chamber. Watch your step down the ramp.
Except you, Flint. Feel free to run down this really steep ramp and then trip and fall and break your neck.
Confluence of ley lines OMAD's crazy box ran on. And once the device is fully active, it'll adjust the waypoint's energy configuration to be
pretty sure we're going to get attacked again.
It's on and scanning the waypoint network now.
So, did it work?
Hold on, the network is vast. It may take a while before I know.
How long?
Best approximate estimate, a few weeks.
A few weeks? Unacceptable. Who knows how many waypoints we'll have lost by then? We need to discuss this.
Hi, Casimir. Don't pay attention to Flunt. Boss is handling it.
Flunt.
This is unacceptable. I should have known better than to trust some underage degenerate. Ah!
Counselor Flunt, I'm sure Timey can speed up the process.
She'd better. I'm not attending anything until we have a working solution to the endangered waypoints. If you want me at your summit, they'll get her moving.
I understand.
Wow, you work fast. And you just started today?
It's not like I just imagined it. Once you've got the design, all it takes is time. And, well, I couldn't have done it without the help. Thanks.
Kaz?
How pleasant to see you.
Came to check on Timey. I'm glad to see you here, too. I talked to Countess Anise like you asked. What did she say? She relayed our invitation to the Queen and surprisingly replied quickly. Queen Jenna will attend the summit. That's great news. Our first confirmation. I know. Apparently talking to Countess Anise was the right move. What are you going to do now? I'm meeting Bram and Holbrecken. That's going to be painful, excruciating. I'll have to get really, really drunk. He has to talk to Era about White Bear. Ooh, right. Well, good luck with that. I know he doesn't get along so well with his mother. Your presence will help him a lot. Thanks. Can you stay with Timey and make sure nothing interrupts our work? It's important. Absolutely. I'll send word if anything else happens. Thanks, Gav. So, I assume they're camping down here, perhaps in this room. They can get water outside, but where can they get a little privacy to go to the bathroom? I mean, it's a practical question. I mean, for us guys, things are generally a lot easier, and we are less fastidious about such things. It's the truth. Generally. More stuff. Let's see. I got a ley line infused stone. The wreckage of the Breachmaker. Okay. The polarity of this stone is locked in a stable matrix. A ley line disrupting device could unlock its potential. Or it could start a chain reaction destroying the entire planet. 50-50. Visit Air in Stonewright Steading. Whoop. Whoop. That's the noise teleportation makes. Might not have known. Marshal Traherne, your summit to Commander Carax's Scriptbane. I'm writing to inform you that I won't even try. At the behest of the Pale Tree, I'll be attending the summit. You are arranging to discuss Mordermoth. I am deeply curious to discover what the world leaders will say about the idea of combining efforts. I know we could use the additional firepower. With it, maybe we'll lose fewer people than we did when we fought Zaitan. I foresee that my presence will cause a bit of a stir, pardon the yawn, and that the attendees will want to report on the Pact's plans. If you could meet with me at the Grove prior to the gathering, I'll fill you in so you can relay the information to the attendees. If you manage to convince the leaders to work together, it will be an enormous victory. I look forward to seeing you again. I have some things to tell you about the Pact and our plans for Mordermoth. It's not going to work out the way he wants. Spoiler!
Good to see you back in Hallbrack.
Thanks, Frida, who I do not remember.
Hello, Mother.
Bram, what a surprise. Hello, old friend. What are you doing here?
We need to talk to you about something important.
Let's sit down over here. We can talk in comfort. All right, I can see by your faces that it's
You're on
serious.
rugs.
Tell me, what is it? The road is long. I wish you well.
We just got here, Heir. Aren't now premature to say goodbye when we haven't talked? Should I be worried? Yes, an elder dragon, Mordremoth, has awakened. It's already attacked 2 major forts, Fort Salma and Concordia, and it's going after waypoints. We've come to invite Knut Whitebear to a summit to discuss the threat. No, Whitebear won't attend anything like that. We have more than enough challenge with Jormag and the Sons of Svanir. Surely there's something we can say to convince
You
him.
don't understand. This is bigger than us. Jormag is dangerous, but it's only one member of the pack of Elder Dragons.
I understand more than you think.
No, you don't. If you did, you'd know that Mordremoth's reach is spreading. Its tendrils are showing up all over the place.
The Elder Dragons each behave differently. We're only beginning to learn of Mordremoth's power. I just don't believe Whitebear would leave here while Jormag's threat looms.
Furthermore, we're not responsible for all over the place. We're responsible for our people. I just don't think Whitebear will leave Holbrack right now. If that's the way you feel, I'm curious as to why you went hunting the other Elder Dragon you did. Seems a little bit hypocritical, Heir. And by the time Mordremoth reaches Holbrack, it'll be too late. And then our people will have 2 dragons attempting to destroy us all. We have to challenge the greatest threat first. Exactly right. No, exactly. Right now, Mordremoth is wreaking the most damage upon Tyria. If what you say is true, then this may be worth a discussion at least. So, you'll speak to him about it?
I know what would make Whitebear more likely to attend your summit.
Beer?
What's that?
If he had fewer headaches, he'd be more inclined to leave Holbrack. The Sons of Svanir have been even more trouble lately. Killing and corrupting.
There's a group of them who've been killing and corrupting Norn. If I could tell Whitebear we dealt them a serious
We'll
blow.
take care of it.
That's it?
We should split up. You head straight to Frost Gorge and find the totem. Bram and I will make our way there from the other side.
You and me?
We won't be far away. Whitebear will be all the more impressed if you deal with this alone. If you're successful, I'll speak to Whitebear myself.
I have every confidence that you can handle this challenge alone. I've seen you in action. Bram and I won't be far. We'll keep as many reinforcements from coming at you as possible. All right, where do I go? The Svanir have a base in the High Peaks, where they're raising a totem to Jormag. Go to Arundel Vale and Frostgorge Sound and find a hunter named Cowlin. She'll know how you can best help there. And if I do this, you'll put in a good word with Knut. I'll make sure he understands the seriousness of the situation and the need to deal with Mordremoth before it gets too much stronger. I'm ready. I'll see you when it's done. Bram, try not to be too big of a dick to your mom. Maybe I should go with you. The Sons of Svanir can be cunning and extremely vicious. I think I should go with you. No, go with Heir. I want to do this on my own. Oh, come on, boss. What if something happens to you out there? I'd rather be with you than with her. Do it for me. Think of it as just another hunter. I'll be fine. All right. Frost Gorge. This character has not been to Frost Gorge. Pardon the yawn again. Oh my god. I got a decent night's sleep. I'm not tired. But after blabbing for a while... Did I step through? No. Let's do it. After blabbing for a while, I always seem to end up yawning. Love the snowy areas of the game. Yeah, I gotta say, I like them too. I think, for some reason, I like the bleak areas better. I like the deserts and the snowy areas. Are you the Cowlin Master?
Spirits spirits of the wild welcome you.
You just missed our raid. Barrowstead's in shambles now. I'll check it out. Destroy the Sons of Svanir Totem. Back the other side. Back the other side. Oh, all the way over yonder. Full moon out. Very pretty. What is that other glowy? Is that a galaxy? Do we have a visible galaxy in the night sky? I'd never noticed that before. Maybe the graphics just seem to deal better with the sort of forlorn, desolate places than the more verdant. Dragon Banner. Scenic Vantage Point. Dragon Turdum.
Then teach me. Only
I have destroyed it. Join up with Air and Bram. Oh.
Live.
Why, yes, I will go in. Bram Erson, Air Stegalkin, and Garm. Of her two favorite children, Garm got the brains in the family. Bram got
Yeah. I'd almost forgotten what it was like to fight in the
two
cold.
legs and two arms.
It's invigorating.
Well done, Bram. That was impressive.
Thanks. That was the first time I've ever seen you fight. I guess the legends are true.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So, who else is starving?
I could eat a whole Dolyak, and it's harness.
Let's head back to Holbreck, and we can celebrate with a feast. What do you say?
I'll talk to Air. Hi, Air. I was right. You could handle it on your own. Yeah, all I had to do was fly in and press a button. Now I can relay this new legendary feat to Newt Whitebear, and he'll be more inclined to agree to your summit. You've eased his burden. Thank you, but I have to say no to your feast. What? Have you seen me? I don't say no to feasts or pizza. Actually, it's not true about pizza. Depends on the toppings. I'm disappointed, but we'll do it some other time. I'm going to guess that you have something important to do? Yes, I'm meeting a friend near the Black Citadel. Bram's friend rocks. I hear she's a good companion.
Thank you for destroying the totem.
We're always happy to send the Svanir home.
Also has to have a mouth. Shame.
That's exactly how I feel.
Imagine if we could sew his lips together. He would be so much more pleasant.
Wolf at your side.
You too.
You've known Air a long time, right? She always like that? You mean strong and confident? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've heard the stories, but I never connected the Air and the legends with the Air who's my mother until today. She's an avalanche. She has to be. She's had to move mountains. I see that now. Starting to understand why she left. You can't move mountains with a child on your back. If anyone can convince Newt Whitebear to attend the summit, it's her. We Norn have been loners for too many winters. I don't see how we can continue to hunt alone, not with the Elder Dragons awake. Getting Newt Whitebear to the summit, Newt Bear. He's a Newt Bear. To the summit will be the first step. Doopy-doo-doopy-doop-doop. And scene.
That looks valuable.
That looks valuable. I keep saying that every time. Cannot use this object at this time. I believe these three are all part of growing a back piece called Maudry, I think. Based on Audrey, the
Threshold
the
achieved.
plant in Little Shop of Horrors. The name is, anyway. And can I mount up before I get whacked? I can indeed. Later, losers. Maybe I shouldn't taunt them. No, their Sons of Svanir. I should taunt them. We'll create another waypoint just because we can. Where are we off to? Rocks. At the Duke's estate. Back where the character started. That's a fiery char. I guess once he's completely cooked, he'll be charred. My rocks. I'm glad you're here. I was dreading having to do this without backup. I sent Tribune Brimstone mail asking if he would forward our summit's invitation to Smoder. And his response was to order you to meet in person? Yeah, no way around it. This is too important a cause. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this. I don't want to see his disappointment in you. He has nothing to be disappointed about. You did what you had to do. And I'd do it again to save Bram, or any of you. No one is dispensable, not even for the glory of taking down Scarlet. I know him. He'll understand that. He's lost people too. Spoiler, he kind of doesn't. Thanks. I needed to hear that. Let's get this over with, okay? Let's do it. I assume he's downstairs? No. Ritlock. Hi, Ritlock. You're looking good. Have you lost weight?
Well,
changed your hair?
You're actually showing your face. That shows courage, considering what you're here for.
Tribune?
You want me to talk the Imperator into attending your summit, and yet you disobeyed my order to end Scarlet.
I had to make a battlefield decision, Tribune.
If it hadn't been for our friend here, Scarlet would still be out there murdering people and ruining Tyria one city at a time.
Yes, Tribune.
At ease, soldier. Excuse me while I discuss this with someone I know I can rely on.
Yep, he's really forgiving, as you can tell. I know that look. You don't have to defend rocks, you know. Well, you sure haven't lost any of your drill sergeant charm. I know. I'm rough on her. But somebody has to be. She's too soft inside. She'd have been dead long ago if I hadn't toughened her up. You gonna punish her for not killing Scarlet? Nah, I understand why she did it. Besides, she's a free agent now. She and I don't need to see eye to eye anymore. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not going to give her grief when she needs it. She still answers to the Legions. Sure, but being a free agent means she has her mission, and she's expected to figure out how to do it herself. She's on her own. Rox has a mission? What is it? All free agents have missions. Some deliver messages, some fight Elder Dragons. We don't talk about it. Got it. So she told you why we're here? Not much. In her mail, she mentioned something about how you want Imperator Smoder to attend some strategic gathering. We need you to talk to him for us.
Tribune, we also have information that will interest you and Imperator Smoder. It's about the Elder Dragons.
I know. Words reached me that Mordremoth is active.
That's an understatement. It's been destroying entire forts. We're not sure how far it can reach. The Black Citadel
has enough to worry about with branded and Ascalonian ghosts.
Hey, Ritlock dumbass. It's already struck in Char territory. And if that's not enough, it takes everything else. We've got to keep the Flame Legion off our ramps. Before you know it, you'll be adding Mordremoth to that list. Tribune, the branded are contained to one region. Mordremoth is quickly spreading across all of Tyria. It has already reached as far as Timberline Falls and Kessex Hills. Mordremoth reached our Charlands. I fought its minions in the Iron Marches. That changes things. How bad is the situation? Bad enough that no one in Tyria can afford to ignore it any longer. That's right. What happens to us, as if everyone else's armies are destroyed because we Char kept to ourselves, we have to stand together. And we have to take on the greatest threat first. That's Mordremoth. You don't have to tell me how dangerous Elder Dragons are, but convincing me and convincing Imperator Smoder are two different things entirely. There must be something we can do to convince him.
As a matter of fact, that's why I asked you to come in person. I carry
charcoal. I get it.
Blade. It's said to have the power to reverse the foe fire.
Is that true, or just a myth?
I plan to test it. After years of research, I finally found the proper combination of elements to unlock the sword's powers.
You could rid us of all the ghosts?
That's the idea. We do that and Smoder will have less to worry about. Then we can convince him to attend the summit.
I've researched the ritual, and I learned a lot about Ascalonian history. This story began over 1,000 years ago when this ritual was first formulated by the human gods, the Six. Please go on. The Six gave them magic. At the same time, they also gave one of them a magical crown and 2 magical swords to protect the kingdom. Exactly. The crown they designed to break into 4 parts. When the fragments were separated, they're hard to see. This was a safeguard to keep this powerful item from falling into the wrong hands. And the crown is required for the ritual. It is. When Adelburn, ironic name, Burn, enacted the ritual with Magdare, he became a ghost, but the crown was preserved and found by Char, who entered the area later. They toyed with it and the fragments were lost. You found them? I found one. I'm asking you to go find the others. The fragments work like magnets to each other. Once you have one, you'll feel the pull towards the others. Even after all this time? You sure they're still there? I'm hopeful. We need the crown to perform the ritual. Might as well assume they're there. You, Ritlock Brimstone, are going to perform a ritual? If it means I succeed at breaking the faux fire curse, I'd put on a robe and call myself Shaman Brimstone. There's a lot at stake here, my friend. Point taken. I'll go find the crown fragments. Rocks can help you set up. Retrieve the first crown fragment from the ruins of Old Gate. Oh, exit. I'll exit. Fortunately, I have gone through this map. Unfortunately, it's not on this map. Oh, it's over there. I've gone through that map too. Badoop! The Diessa Plateau. Not sure who those guys were in the pictures, because this is Charlands, and those look like humans. Find the first crown fragment. It's in a rock pile. I'll take it.
Victory or death.
Victory or death. Or running away. Running away works too. Oh, where's the next one? In the Blaze Ridge Steps. That was probably the closest place to it. I didn't see your previous quest. Wait, why are you here? Is this not character race quest? Like, shouldn't you be talking to Brimstone instead? Well, eventually we did. But no, this is Living World Season 2. It does take the initial character racial quest does take place in that exact same location. And where way the bleep out there? Okay, let me. And of course, oh, that bush. That little tiny freaking bush stopped me. Like I'd run into a stone wall. I press F to doubt. You know, if I run straight on into a thick tree, I might find that credible. Scenic vantage point. I have no idea what that scenic vantage point would do for me. Not much. want to get while I'm here is the waypoint. Always get your waypoints, boys and girls. Takes a few seconds of your time and may save a bunch of time. Retrieve the second crown fragment. Not seeing any obvious thingy. I do like me an obvious thingy. Yeah, stop with the noise. Second crown fragment after historian Seri finishes his research. Oh, we've got to finish the heart. I don't think that's the heart we have to finish over here. No, that's sentinel. No, we've got to... Oh, it finally showed up. It showed up. They must have finished the event. It's in the rock pile. Of course it's in the rock pile. Where else would it be? This map or the next map north? Next map north. But we can get there from here. Here. Baba Black Sheep. Have you any more? Try not to hit any trees. Mostly succeeded, but I did hit a fence, so I'm going to grab the waypoint over here, and then we'll turn right back around. A lot of people standing there. El Guildies? No, they're not. Must be something going on. Don't know what. Oh, we got another rock pile. And another spirit shard, I think. So this recollect with the Fofar cleansing ritual back to the plains of Ashford and Simpson. This one I remember. I won't spoil it. I'll just say that Ritlock makes a rash decision. Not a bad decision, necessarily, but a rash one. And that was indeed charcoal.
You made it. Not that I doubted you for a minute.
Maybe a second.
At ease, soldier. Your deeds have reached my ears, as has your invitation. If this mission is even remotely successful,
They completely redid the look of Smoder for Icebrood Saga. He looks more like a cartoon character in Icebrood Saga. You're back. Did you have any luck? Yep, found them all. Great. Give me the crown. All right. Tell me more about the ritual. It all hinges on Sahathan, my sword. There were originally two of them, Sahathan and another called Magdar. They were given to the Ascalonians as protection against an invasion. Instead, the Ascalonians used them to blow up Ascalonia. Oops. A couple hundred years ago or so, Sahathan was wielded by Rurik, son of King Adelburn. He was killed by Stone Summit Dwarf. Came into my care several years ago. How'd you get it? Irrelevant. Point is that its partner, Magdar, is the sword Adelburn used to curse the Ascalonians. I've long suspected that Sahathan is the blade that can break the curse. Okay, so how? I've had my snout buried in old scrolls and books at the Priory. One of the scholars there has been helping me tack together the history. I finally found reference to a ritual. And you trust the source? It's got an Orion stamp on it, which makes it so old it's got to be legitimate. In any case, I have to try. If it works, we'll be free. Tell me what you need. Once we're inside, we need to channel ghost essences into the sword to fire it up. That means slashing lots of ghosts. So, high stakes, big danger? Sounds like fun. Let's go. Smolder. The unflinching. Lol. We may be here on a fool's errand, but it's worth a try. Gridlock has done the impossible before. These ghosts have plagued my people for too long. I spend every day looking for ways to end it. If this works, it would be a boon for both Char and humans. True. Must be infuriating for humans, even those who aren't descended from the Ascalonians. Maybe it'll help us get the treaty signed. Yeah, all the more reason is why this needs to work. Your help is not going unnoticed. I do just about anything for Ritlocker Rocks. That's not actually true. But Smolder doesn't have to know that, after all. He's a total tool. Looks like we've got everything we need. That crown you put together is historic. It practically crackles with the weight of Ascalon's ancestors. If this works, we'll go down in history ourselves. I killed an elder dragon. I'm pretty sure I'm going down in history already. I mean, history books, they're going to name schools after me. Maybe a freeway. Do you think it will? I mean, surely getting rid of all the ghosts can't be this easy. Who said it was easy? Getting the crown was no stroll. Actually, getting the crown was really easy. And on the other side of that gate, we've got ghosts building up just waiting for us to come through. I hope their essences can charge Sahothan. I guess we'll find out.
That should be everything we need to cleanse the foe fire.
Let's go.
How do you know this will work?
It'll work.
Been lurking on the road? Well, you're welcome to lurk.
You're on point,
Chat.
Brimstone. Yes, sir.
Whatever makes you happy. Oh, sorry. Redeemed hydrate and stretch. I can hydrate now. Unknocked backable would be nice. On the other hand, you'll remember I had 5 stacks of stability when those fucking things were knocking me around.
We don't know what's down there. Be ready for anything.
Theoretically, I was unknocked backable. And yet, I'm bouncing around like a fucking pinball. Or pachinko ball. Your culture may vary. Oh, please. The endless block. Well, not endless, but the blocking everything for a few seconds. It's so Ascalonian.
Yeah, let's go. That'll do.
Thanks, Rocks. So, Major Kicks, were you about for my expletive-filled description of certain game mechanics of which I do not approve?
The tomb is just ahead. That's where we'll test the foe fire cleansing.
All right.
It's a place of power.
I guess there's no turning back once we step through that arch, huh?
You prefer to go back to the Farrar, Cub?
No, sir.
Talk to Ritlock. While we have a I have to, I have to take care of that. I was told to stretch. I don't like to stretch. I just run a couple laps around my chair. It's exhausting when you're my age. And of course, getting up in the morning is pretty exhausting at my age, and having a bowel movement's pretty exhausting at my age. And I'll stretch a little too. Oh, those were some cracks and pops and maybe a snap. All right. You have to be ready. It's going to go in any direction. There's no way of predicting what this ritual will do. I'm going to predict the direction it's going to go is down. I'm a prophet. Witness the faux fire cleansing ritual. Yep, that's the busted up statue that we busted up as our first real act in the game on this character.
For luck.
You used to do that when you were a cub. Come on, let's get this over with.
Hurrah!
Something's happening. Those ghosts don't seem to like your sword very much.
They're gonna like it even less in a few minutes. Damn! They're possessing what's left of Baradin's statue.
Someone once told me nothing worth fighting for is ever easy.
Yeah, you do listen.
Only when I feel like it.
Stand your ground. Kill yourselves.
Don't know if I can blind him or not. Let's try. Maybe. He missed, so maybe.
We need to kill stand your charge so hot.
Oh, they're over there. Why didn't you say something? I'm there whacking the big statue, and you're being attacked by bad people. Oh, he's immune. Why is he immune? I see no particular reason why he should be immune, but he is. I like the little icon they have of a Pac-Man-like ghost. Oh, again. They have populated these gameplay elements with the most annoying mobs they could come up with.
Suhathan is charged with the ghost's power. Let's see how effective this is.
I'm still not doing anything to it. We've got to kill the menders as they come in. Now I remember. I'm glad I did kill the one that came through previously.
Kill them all.
I will kill them all. All of them will be killed. They'll be killed right until they die from it. Alright, those things are being feared and chain feared and...
Stand your ground.
Oh, God, I didn't see it in time. Thank you, Rox.
Glad you could help.
Those purple glowy balls keep coming up from behind me. Got another mender. Oh, good, and I'm frozen. That's always fun. And that missed. Aha, that time not so much. No soup for you. Am I supposed to be fighting the statue? I don't know. Yes, evidently I am. Is the mender... Next mender has not shown up yet.
Suhathan is charged. Let's take that shield down.
Alright. Why did it not freaking explode? Oh, I was in mid-fucking dodge. I beg to differ. If I am in mid-dodge, I should not be able to be knocked back yet again.
Save yourself.
Almost got it. Got it.
Ascalon, I free you from this curse.
I don't think do we ever find out as to whether this actually works to get rid of the curse? I don't know. I know that.
Go after it. Without it, we'll never end this war.
So I'm guessing he thinks no. And that's what I meant when I said which direction it goes. He goes down.
The portal is closed. You can't.
But,
Pillage. Stand down, soldier. You'll be fine. If anything, I'd be worried for the poor souls that get in his way. This is his mission, not yours.
Brimstone will be back, don't worry. What exactly is going on? Happened fast, didn't it? Brimstone failed the faux fire cleansing and lost Sahoff into the mists in the process. Without that sword, he can't complete the ritual. He had to pursue it. What can I do? Nothing. This cleansing is Brimstone's duty. He'll pull through. He took a lot of ghosts with him. I noticed. He may not yet have ended the curse, but he had an effect. And you played a pivotal role. I'll come to your summit for that reason alone. Even after the cleansing failed? This cleansing isn't over. Brimstone's dedication to his duty will bring him back. The least I can do is honor his commitment by attending the summit. That's good. Thank you. You won't regret it. Well, I'm not so sure about that, but I keep my word. I'll be there. I'll see you there, Imperator. Thank you. Rocks. What just happened? Looked to me like it was a portal to the mists. Damn, Brimstone just went to hell to kick ghost asses. I hadn't thought of it that way, but that's actually a really good description. Technically not hell. The afterlife. Sort of. It's complicated. The actual, if you're dead afterlife, we don't go through until we first meet Joko in Path of Fire, after we're killed by Balthazar. Spoilers. It looked to me like that was a portal to the mists. The mists? I hope so. At least we know you can come back from the mists. What was he thinking? He had to go after Sahoffin. I suppose. At least now we have more hope that the sword might one day break the curse. I guess it's our only chance of getting rid of the ghosts for good. My thoughts exactly. I just wish he hadn't gone alone. I agree. If only the portal hadn't closed so quickly, I suppose there's no way to find him. No, none. The mists are vast. Are you all right? I will be. My heart is still hammering. I just have to keep telling myself he'll be fine. He's been in bigger scrapes still. I know. I worry too. I don't actually worry. At least the Imperator has agreed to come to the summit. That's one consolation. Yes, his presence is important. The Char army is powerful. So Flunt hasn't backed out. What about Queen Jenna? Flunt's waiting on Timy's device. Casimir's convinced the Queen to come. Carax's script brain, what if they don't come? What if no one comes? Then there'll be more pizza for all the rest of us. Simple. I can't even think about how devastating that would be to Tyria. They must. Doopy-dee-doopy-doop-doop. More goodies.
Pillage.
Also, pillage. Sure. The Dragon's Reach Part 2 is next. Cannot change... Well, in an instance. Then why do you offer me the opportunity if I can't change it when I'm in an instance? Crabby, I think, is a good description for me this evening. Crabby would work. Crabby is kind of an old guy term. Grouchy, that certainly applies as well. I'll check my mail. Ministry Treachery. Dear Caraxus Scriptbane, I hope this finds you well. I'm afraid my efforts to get the Queen to the summit haven't gone as smoothly as expected. She said she'd be there. The Queen has had a situation arise that may prevent her from attending. I'll give you the full details when you arrive, but the short version is that someone is spreading rumors that Queen Jenna not only met with evil Scarlet prior to the Queen's Jubilee celebration, but also conspired to give Scarlet the mechanical watch knights. This, of course, is ridiculous, but the Queen can't have Divinity's Reach, can't leave Divinity's Reach until these rumors are squelched. Countess Anissa suggested that I use my intuitive ability to find the cad spreading rumors and discredit them, but I don't want to do this alone. Will you come help me? I remember this quest being annoying. Pardon the yawn. Another one. I'm pretty sure it's talking. I don't breathe enough when I'm talking, which isn't surprising to anyone who's watched me stream, as I blab a lot. But, I mean, theoretically, yawning is caused because you have an excess of carbon dioxide in your blood, so if I was breathing a little more deeply and regularly, I'd have less carbon dioxide in my blood, and I'd yawn less frequently. That's my theory. My working theory, or I'm not sure it's working. And this one's located in the Ascalonian Aqueduct. What did the Romans ever do for us? The aqueduct. What? The aqueduct. That's a movie reference. To my mind, one of the two funniest movies in history. The two funniest, I'm sort of like, I go back and forth between them. Young Frankenstein and Life of Brian. That one was from Life of Brian. As you might expect from the line, what did the Romans ever do for us?
I have so much to do.
More amberite. That's a lot of amberite.
That looks valuable.
33 amberite from that. Amberite can be used to make charged amberite, which is used in crafting a few things. Also useful. You can make one of those a day, I believe, and they can be traded in any number, not once a day, in any number for provisioner tokens, I think. Quiet down there.
Act with wisdom.
Act with wisdom is part of the line. The other part is but act. If you're going to use some motto from your people to me, use the whole thing. Act with wisdom, but act is in fact, one of the three sort of mottos you have to choose from to define your Sylvari character.
Oh, I didn't see.
We have 3 more piles of silky sand. I'm going to go through these piles of silky sand and find nothing. Not even piles of coarse sand. I think I'm like 2 for 8 today or something like that. And I think all of these are used for making Maudry. I think. And I have some of them already in the bank. I have one of those in the bank. And I think I've used the first 2 pieces to advance along the Maudry thing. It's like been taking up like 6 or 8 spots in my bank for 8 years. Something like that. I am going to call it an evening right about here. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. As always, you are too kind. My apologies once again for my fulminating and coarse language earlier, but sometimes the game pisses me off. Oh, believe me, getting up every day is
Act with wisdom.
Maybe the hardest work I do all day. But by the time I lay down, I am just exhausted because, you know, that's what happens when you're old. I wasn't always old. I was young once.
My time is precious.
Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, usual time. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Australia and Asia. With more Guild Wars 2 Living World Season 2. Any more of these we got? Echoes of the Past, Tangled Path, Seeds of Truth. Point of No Return, I believe, is the one I'm going to skip. Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. Because the very fight, the last thing you really do in Living World Season 2 is just a god-awful fight. It's terrible. A second person would make it reasonable. But solo, it's another one of those design things that drive me nuts. So, I'm going to call it here. Again, thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Back tomorrow, usual time, same bat time, same bat channel. That's a reference to the 60s Batman TV show. See, I told you I was old. So, that's it. You have a great Monday night, and as always, I try to give my viewers an achievable goal. I hope the rest of your week doesn't suck. Back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.